Sports USA may be a Syracuse Orange fan.
And floodwaters continue to rise in Colorado.
Your Citrus TV news starts right now.
Good evening and welcome to this edition of Citrus TV News live at 6 on this chilly Monday, September 16th. I'm Chris Wilner.
And I'm Anna Giles, and we're looking at some interesting weather coming up, maybe possible chances of rain. We'll see.
But first, another tragedy involving gun violence. The latest in a string of mass shootings occurred in our nation's capital this morning. That's our top story. 12 people have been killed when shooter Aaron Alexis, a civilian contractor, opened fire at a Navy yard in D.C. Several shots were fired at 8:20 this morning in the headquarters for Naval Sea Systems Command, the largest command center for the Navy. And according to Washington Police Chief, Alexis has been killed and 2 other gunmen may be on the loose. President Obama spoke about the shooting earlier today.
Briefed by my team on the situation. We still don't know all the facts. But we do know that several people have been shot and some have been killed. So we are confronting yet another mass shooting. And today it happened on a military installation in our nation's capital. It's a shooting that targeted our military and civilian personnel. These are men and women who were going to work, doing their job, protecting all of us.
For a thorough and seamless investigation involving federal agencies and the military to uncover all the details of the shooting.
Rod is keeping close tabs on the crisis in Syria. Reporter Ashley Sue has the story.
While the conflict in Syria continues to dominate news headlines around the nation, SU Abroad is actively monitoring its Study Abroad Center in Istanbul, as well as 5 other students studying in Jordan, Tunisia, and Morocco through SU's World Partners program. Margaret Himley, the Associate Provost for International Education and Engagement, oversees all SU Abroad centers.
I've been staying in touch with the director there regularly every day.
In addition to regular conversations with the Istanbul Center's director, Himley receives State Department alerts and warnings. She also communicates with the International SOS, a program Syracuse University subscribes to, which provides medical care and emergency services to students studying abroad.
We do a pretty good job here of paying attention to the safety of students and at the same time recognizing that, the students want to be in and around the whole world and not, just in so-called safe places.
If an emergency were to occur, a committee consisting of the provost, the chancellor, a risk management team, and expert faculty would meet to consider pulling students from the area. However, Himley stresses,
we don't want to over-pamper them or over-protect them, but we also want to make reasonable decisions.
As of yet, no plans have been made to cancel any of the study abroad programs. Reporting for Citrus TV News, I'm Ashley Sue.
Hopefully the students studying abroad this semester stay safe while exploring the world.
This weekend, Chancellor Nancy Cantor, football head coach Scott Schaefer, and other university officials broke ground on a new athletic building. The ceremony begins construction on an $8 million indoor football practice field located at the Lamp Athletic Complex. The project is set to be completed in about 9 months, and officials hope the new facility will attract recruits and make the team stronger as SU football begins playing in the ACC. SU Dining Hall meals just got a bit more exciting. Summer renovations to Sadler Dining Hall and Foodworks on Mount Olympus are considered a big hit. Foodworks had a bit of a facelift, giving students more space to hang out and relax. The store has also expanded its menu, including fresh produce and milk. Sadler Dining added seating and expanded the specialty food bar, and it's also the guinea pig for a new trayless eating program that, if successful, could be brought to other dining centers.
Saturday Night Live is taking a break from New York City and heading up north for a live broadcast right here at SU. SNL comedians Vanessa Bayer and Kate McKinnon will perform on campus in the Goldstein Auditorium on October 16th. Student tickets went on sale this morning for the performance, which will be University Union's first performing arts show of the semester. On the sketch comedy show, Bayer is best known for her impression of Miley Cyrus, and McKinnon is known for portraying Ellen DeGeneres. And with so many social media options out there, don't you wish you could just combine them all into one? Well, a Syracuse University graduate and 2 current students created an app that combines different social media profiles into one location. Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram can all be used in a single platform that also provides some information about the user. Connect also allows people to use different sites without toggling between apps. There was a 4th co-founder, but he did not attend SU.
226 years ago, the United States Constitution was signed. Tomorrow, September 17th, Syracuse University will honor our nation's Constitution by hosting a number of events around campus. Today, we found out that some students think of the construction.
It's kind of the general set of laws that our country goes by.
I guess like occasionally you think about it, like when you hear like the news and everything, like all like the stuff going on, and it's kind of like, wow, I don't know, like if we didn't have like laws and stuff.
The Constitution means a lot of things, even though like we don't think about it on a daily basis, but I mean, it signifies like all the rights that we have as Americans.
Did you ever cite the First Amendment?
We have freedom of the press, speech, writing, assembly,
I feel like the right to like liberty and speech, right? Speech and land, freedom. Yep. Oh, the right.
To bear arms.
No,
right?
freedom of speech, freedom of press, freedom of religion.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's events will range from free pocket constitutions available at Byrd Library to an address by award-winning broadcast journalist Susan Arbetter. The day will be filled with activities to commemorate this historic day.
And Miss America has been named, and she's from the central New York area. Coming up next, how the win has caused controversy.
And Rachel Wolski has a quick look at our quick forecast.
The sun was definitely covered by some clouds today here in Syracuse. Find out if we'll see some sunshine for the last few days of summer this week during your full 5-day forecast. Citrus TV News live at 6. We'll be right back.
Turning a 20-foot wall into a canvas takes vision. So will getting into college. I've got what it takes. So do you.
Today, about 1 in 5 Americans is living with a disability. Over 50 million people, including many of our friends and neighbors, teachers and co-workers, heroes and leaders. 20 years ago, the Americans with Disabilities Act guaranteed every person the right to live, work, and participate fully in the American experience. We've come a long way since then, and we are committed to making even more progress in the years ahead. Visit disability.gov to see how you can help.
Hey, my name's Katie and I'm in the 9th grade. I'm an A average student and I'm an athlete working towards a scholarship. And everybody tells me how much potential I have. But I just wish someone would tell me where my next meal is coming from. Katie, how'd I do?
Do you have to be so serious?
Well, I mean, I did like a crazy dance in a movie if you want me to like, you know, do a little, no.
Play a role in ending hunger. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank.
Know what?
What?
Since I got adopted, I've learned a lot about these humans.
I know. I mean, check out these two. It's Flirt City over here.
Yeah, I noticed that. It looks like my human is definitely into your human.
Oh, look! I think she's getting his number.
Nice.
Your human's got some sweet moves.
Takes after his dog. Oh, look, they're doing that thing where they put their arms around each other.
She kicked up a leg. It's like in the movies.
That's awesome. Looks like we're going to be hanging out a little bit more.
Miss America is Miss New York.
A new Miss America has been crowned, and she may just bleed orange. 24-year-old Miss New York Nina Davalluri is a Syracuse native and was named Miss America this weekend over 52 other contestants. Davalluri is the second consecutive Miss New York to take the crown and the first Miss America of Indian descent, which caused some to take to Twitter with racist remarks.
5 people are dead from the flooding in Colorado, and 19,000 homes are either damaged or destroyed. The Larimer County Sheriff's Office says the number of dead is likely to rise, with 1,200 people missing. Heavy rain has made rescue efforts difficult, and most helicopters were taken out of the air because of poor visibility. But this is still the largest aerial rescue effort since Hurricane Katrina. Former Treasury Secretary Larry Summers has withdrawn his name from consideration to become the next federal chairman. With Ben Bernanke expected to step down from this position in January, Federal Reserve Vice Chair Janet Yellen has now emerged as the new favorite to replace Bernanke. President Obama is expected to nominate someone for this position sometime as soon as this month.
Salvage workers have started operations to raise the Costa Concordia from the water off of the coast of Italy. The crews collided with rocks and tipped over back in January of last year. The accident killed 32 of the 4,200 people aboard. Estimates say the project could take up to 2 days, but the lead engineer expects to be done within 12 hours. Secretary of State John Kerry was in Paris today to discuss a Syria arms deal. The content of the resolution is under discussion. However, it is said to outline how Syria can secure and destroy its stockpile of chemical weapons. To this day, the Assad regime still insists that the attack was carried out by Syrian rebels. And not just one, but 2 storms on opposite Mexican coastlines have reached land over the past 2 days. Federal officials report that Tropical Storm Manuel and now Hurricane Ingrid have claimed at least 21 lives combined. The U.S. National Hurricane Center and Mexico's National Weather Service both agree that the double hit is extremely unusual.
All right, well, we're going to toss over to weather where with Manuel and both Ingrid wreaking havoc in the south. Rachel Wolski, are we going to see any repercussions from this up here in central New York?
Well, Chris, I don't think we're going to see anything down from Mexico coming up here, but we do have weather of our own here in Syracuse. It's currently an overcast 56 degrees with winds coming from the northwest at around 11 miles an hour. Those winds are making it feel a little bit more like 52 rather than 56. We had a high of 58 today and a bitter low of 38. Now taking a look at tonight's conditions, we see that it's still going to be overcast, but winds are going to slow down to 10 miles an hour coming from the northeast, but the temperature is going to drop to 38, which is going to feel a little bit more like winter rather than late summer, which we're in these last couple days right now. We do have a frost advisory tomorrow morning starting at 1 a.m. going until 9 a.m. So you might see some frost sprinkling the ground when you walk on the quad tomorrow morning. And take a look at our current surface map. We see a cold front coming over central New York right now, which is bringing us some colder, drier temperatures than we've seen in the last few weeks. So that's why you may have needed an extra jacket when you were walking outside this morning. And taking a look at our precipitation forecast, we see that Syracuse is in this light green area, which is probably going to bring us a little bit of precipitation. But with those cold temperatures we're going to see tonight, is probably going to result in that frost tomorrow morning. So you're probably not going to need any umbrellas or rain jackets or anything, but you might want a jacket tonight if you're walking around because it will get a little bit cold. And taking a look at our current dew points, we see that Syracuse has a dew point of 46, which is pretty comfortable temperatures. And mixed with some warmer temperatures we're going to see later this week, it's going to make for some really beautiful weather. So taking a look at our 5-day forecast, we see that starting tomorrow in through Friday, we're going to see some beautiful weather with temperatures in the 60s and the 70s, which is great compared to what we had today. But unfortunately, on Saturday, we have a 40% chance of rain with temperatures in the 70s, which is going to be a lot nicer than today. So it's still going to be rainy, but at least it'll be a little bit warmer than today.
Now, Rachel, we saw extreme temperatures just a week ago. Has fall officially hit now with these like slamming down 50-degree temperatures, 60s? I don't think we're going to get past 70 much longer. What do you think?
I'm thinking this week is probably the highest it's going to get, but we're hitting fall early next week. So I think we're going to start to see it get a little bit colder and colder, but hopefully we can stay in the 50s rather than the 40s and the 30s. So hopefully we can hold off for some snow in early October.
Exactly. Not too much of a chance of snow. If we get rain, the temperatures still seem pretty high. So is snow likely?
I'm thinking into later October we might see some snow around Halloween like we do usually every year in Cuse, but I'm not seeing too much in the next few weeks.
Thanks, Rachel. As President Obama's health care plan continues to roll into effect, public opinion remains divided. We'll tell you about that coming up.
I think someone at my friend's school has this thing called autism. My friend's brother's son has autism. My neighbor's son has autism. My son has autism.
Autism is getting closer to home. Today, 1 in 88 children is diagnosed with autism. That's a 1,000% increase in the last 40 years. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
Packers. Viking. Packer. Viking. Viking.
Red state. Blue state. Vegan.
Carnivore.
We come from different places.
Uptown.
Downtown.
Night owl.
Early bird.
We come to different conclusions.
Half empty.
Half full.
But when we live united, we create real, lasting change in the building blocks of life. The education, income, and health of our communities, our families,
United.
even the person next to us.
Live united.
Real change won't happen without you. So give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Sign up at liveunited.org.
In the small town of Elmira, New York, a boy was born into an all-American family. The odds of him achieving his dream in the fashion industry? 1 in 23 million. The odds of having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 88. I am Tommy Hilfiger, and my family is affected by autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
As President Obama's health care plan continues to roll into effect, as I mentioned before the break, the public opinion remains divided, with 53% of Americans disapproving of Obamacare and only 42% are approving of it. The remaining 5% are not sure how they feel about it. One of the problems is that a lot of people don't understand how the law will impact their lives. The health care exchanges, a key part of the law, are set to open in just a couple weeks, but many of the citizens who are supposed to buy into them are not aware that coverage is mandated. Obesity rates have leveled off and more teenagers are eating right and getting exercise. According to a new study in the Pediatrics Journal, anti-obesity programs aimed at children may be making some impact. Although not as much as some would like, First Lady Michelle Obama's Let's Move campaign wants people to get at least 1 hour of activity every day, and the message is beginning to be accepted. Teens are getting in 1 hour of exercise 5 days out of 7 and are eating more fruits and vegetables.
Customers of all 4 major cell phone carriers will soon be able to upgrade their smartphones. Sprint is the last carrier to come up with this program and will begin offering it to customers in September. Sprint will allow customers to trade in their smartphone for a new one after only 1 year. The cost of the phone is covered by monthly installments. And keeping on the social technology beat, Twitter is out in front of the race to reach users through mobile devices. While mobile advertising brings in more than half of Twitter's revenue, competitors such as Facebook and Google generate less than half of their profits in this crucial growth area. Market experts give the advantage to Twitter for focusing on mobile earlier than its competitors and from a smaller base.
Overall, this was a positive weekend for Syracuse sports. We'll have more for you after the break.
Welcome to my block party. Glad you can make it.
The only triple doubles you get come with fries.
Last time you blocked someone, you were online.
I can do this all day. Your moves are just gay.
Using gay to mean dumb or stupid, not cool.
Not cool. Not in my house, not anywhere.
It's not creative.
It's offensive to gay people.
And you're better than that.
There is no credit fairy.
How else will I get a better credit score?
Look, you keep your credit card balances low and only open a new card if you really need it.
No fairy?
There's no magic to improving your credit, but there's help, and it's free. Go to creditfairy.org.
Know what?
What?
Since I got adopted, I've learned a lot about these humans.
I know. I mean, check out these two. It's Flirt City over here.
Yeah, I noticed that. It looks like my human is definitely into your human.
Oh, look! I think she's getting his number.
Nice.
Your human's got some sweet moves.
Takes after his dog. Oh, look, they're doing that thing where they put their arms around each other.
She kicked up a leg. It's like in the movies.
That's awesome. Looks like we're gonna be hanging out a little bit more.
Learning how to kickflip 6 stairs takes determination. So will getting into college. I've got what it takes. So do you.
Steve Schaefer earned his first victory as head coach of the SU football team this Saturday, blowing out the visiting Wagner Seahawks in a 54-0 contest. The Orange electrified the Dome in the second quarter. After quarterback Terrell Hunt hit P.T. Gully for a 30-yard touchdown pass, Jerome Smith rushed 8 yards for a touchdown, putting the team up 16. Then, redshirt freshman Devontae McFarland rushed 3 yards to the end zone. SU up 30. To end the scoring drive, Hunt finds Chris Clark for a 41-yard touchdown pass. SU up 37 points. And a major defensive play. Wagner's Matt Misley fires off a pass intercepted by Cameron Lynch to wrap up the second quarter. The Orange improves to 1-2 as they gear up for Tulane this Saturday in the Carrier Dome. Jordan Greer is live in the studio with post-game reaction.
The Orange won in convincing fashion against Wagner on Saturday, Norman, but did the performance of sophomore quarterback Terrell Hunt spark a QB controversy? Hunt turned the attention away from himself after the game.
On my opportunity, and whatever the coach's decision is, that's the coach's, but I'm more worried about the team than myself.
It's a long season in college football. We got 2 guys that haven't played a ton of football. We have to be able to win with either of them. Now, with that being said, obviously walking off, really excited about the way Terrell played. But also, we got to look at the big picture here, too, and say, you know, realistically, both those kids have to be ready to play to make sure the positions.
Coach Schaefer announced Hunt will start against Tulane this Saturday, but that Drew Allen will be ready to get in the game. Back to you, Norm.
Thanks, Jordan. Switching gears to other Q sports, the Q's winning train on Saturday continued with volleyball's 3-set sweep over Chicago State, crowning the Orange as the champions of the Candlewood Sweets Challenge. And in cross country, the men's team secured their second victory of the season, winning the Dartmouth Invitational on Saturday morning by 10 points. The women's team finished second, trailing 6th-ranked Georgetown by 8 points. The cross-country team will have a week off before heading to the Boston Interregional on September 27th. Women's soccer fell to another ranked team on Sunday. The Orange lost 3-0 to number 22 ranked Virginia Tech on the road. Syracuse returns to action Thursday against Notre Dame in South Bend, Indiana. And women's basketball isn't taking it easy before conference play. The Orange announced its non-conference schedule today. Syracuse will play 7 of its 13 non-conference games against major conference teams. The Orange will take on teams from the Big 10, Big 12, Pac-12, SEC, and American conferences. Women's basketball kicks off the season on Sunday, November 10th at Washington State. And the Washington Nationals have canceled their game tonight against the Braves due to the shootings earlier today at the Naval Sea Systems Command headquarters. In fact, the headquarters are located just a few blocks from Nationals Park. The Nationals will play a split doubleheader on Tuesday to make up for tonight's canceled game.
All right, thank you a lot, Norman. We'll come right back with a look at your weather.
I'm Anderson Cooper. As a parent, you want to make sure that your child knows how to deal with bullying when they see it happening. And chances are they want to help, but they don't really know how. I'll teach them that the best thing to do is calmly walk away, find a teacher or other adult, and speak up. And do your part. Be that adult they can talk to and trust will listen. Join me to help stop bullying. Go to stopbullying.gov to find out more.
In 1977, an 8-year-old boy picked up the game of golf from his father. The odds of that same boy then making it to the US and European Pro Golf Tours, 1 in 7 million. The odds of the Big Easy winning the US Open twice, 1 in 1.2 billion. The odds of him having a child diagnosed with autism, 1 in 110. Ernie Els encourages you to learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
You realize that 49 million Americans struggle with hunger? That's 1 out of every 6 Americans.
These people are around us every day. They're our friends, they're our coworkers, their kids go to school with our kids.
Sometimes we're not even aware that they're struggling. This problem is closer than you think. But so is the solution.
Play a role in ending hunger. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank.
We are different. Society should aspire to be more like us.
Be part of the first class. Get energized. Get outside.
Hold on, guys. It's gonna get bumpy.
And get moving. Experience the power of physical activity. Join the movement at ActionHeroAlliance.com.
Welcome back to Citrus TV News. We've got a weather update with our meteorologist, Rachel. So, Rachel, Syracuse weather is always unexpected. I mean, what's the best guess? What should we wear tomorrow? What's it going to be like?
Well, tomorrow morning we're going to see some temperatures in the 60s, so you might need to strip off that jacket that you had today, but pants are probably going to be necessary. You don't need some boots because we're probably not going to get a lot of precipitation. You'd probably be okay with a t-shirt, nothing more than that. It's going to be a nice day tomorrow.
Oh, good.
Now, Rachel, we mentioned earlier about Hurricane Ingrid and Tropical Storm Manuel. I know we can't exactly track their progress as far south as they are right now, but do you see them making any sort of impact here, not only in Syracuse, but just in the United States in general?
I don't see it really making too much of an impact. I think the more it goes inland, the less the storm's going to have to feed off of, because it feeds off a lot of the water down south. So I really don't see it affecting us too much. If it does, it's only going to tip us a little bit, and I don't think it's going to be anything detrimental.
And finally, are we officially in fall now that we see this colder weather?
I'm thinking so. I think it's going to be a mild first few weeks of fall with some low 60s, maybe peaking a little bit into the 70s. But I think we're really hitting some fall temperatures now.
All right, thanks, Rachel. Over the summer, we lost a valued member of the Citrus TV community.
Alex Sellen was a rising star in broadcast journalism, not only at Citrus TV, but at the Newhouse School here in Syracuse.
Our thoughts and prayers continue to go out to the Sellen family as they continue to deal with this tragedy. And I know from all of us here at Citrus TV, our hearts are pretty heavy this semester, not having Alex around. We definitely miss him. But it looks like that wraps us up here at Citrus TV. I'm Chris Wilner. First of all, continue to follow more updates on CitrusTVnews.net or CitrusTV.net, and also on our Facebook and Twitter pages.
Lots of updates on the Twitter pages. We always instant updates on there. So
that's right. Anna Giles, Chris Wilner, have a great night, Syracuse, and we'll see you on Wednesday for more Citrus TV News live at 6.